It's 8 o'clock.
It's
everybody.
8 o'clock.
Happy New Year!
We're back. We are here. We're back. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Welcome to Get Down and Dirty Talking Art on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world.
Yeah.
We're streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
And comment.
And comment. So
And
we're
it's
at the-
2023.
I know. Can you imagine? And we're in the new studio.
Yeah.
This is like,
yeah.
okay,
Tell us
what
what
do
you
we-
think. I don't even know what background he put up.
I don't
yet,
know
so
either. So it's like we don't know if we have a green. We have all green walls right now. We're looking at. Green is this is a little bright green for me, but
Yeah.
I like green, but this is a little.
Tell us what we're trying to decide. So we want to look cute.
I want to look cool. It's a little chilly, so I got my coat on. This is
Yeah.
my cool little top. And Colibri
like
and I,
that
we
top.
both kind of match
Coordinate.
today.
We always wind up coordinate.
That's right.
It's
We
not on
don't even call
purpose.
each other. We just kind of come out and go, look what you got. I got
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So we're here. We took a little sabbatical.
How long
A lot
has it been?
happening. I don't know how many months. A couple months? 2 months?
I don't know.
I don't know,
It's
but
been
we're
like
back.
since
We're
September
back.
or
We're back.
something.
We're back. And hello, everybody. I didn't even put it on our Facebook that we were coming back. I just totally forgot. But we'll
guys
do
will
it.
see.
But we're back. It's 2023. A lot happened in 2022.
Yeah.
You
You
know.
had a lot of fairs and a lot of.
I did. The big thing was the Potter's Market, which
Yeah.
was very, very interesting. Was at Southfield. There was 125 potters.
125.
25 potters.
Okay.
So it was huge. We were in the Southfield Pavilion,
Mm-hmm.
and it was I've never been to something that was so well organized.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting. It was my first time. I learned a lot. I made a lot of new stuff. I made incense burners.
I got one of
I know,
those.
and I got my little rings and things. I have it in my bathroom, and I took all my earrings and I put it in there. I go, why didn't I do this a long time ago?
You know what?
It's like silly stuff.
You gave me one of those, and I still haven't been. You just reminded me, so thank you, because I got earrings that I just set on the table.
Yes, you can put them in there. So I took all my rings off and I put them in there. I'm going
Yeah.
to take a picture and put it on Facebook and show empty them and show it full.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going, okay. And then I did a couple other small events at April McGee's place.
Mm-hmm.
It was really fun.
Charles McGee's
Charles
daughter.
McGee. Yeah, Charles
Charles
McGee.
McGee's daughter.
Is it Studio 6?
Studio
or,
6.
Yeah,
Studio Design 6.
Studio
or something
Design
like that.
6.
It's on 6 Mile.
Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really cool space. I really, really like it.
I haven't been yet.
Oh, it's really nice. She's got this really little design thing in the front, and then she's got this studio space and this other space in the back, and then she's got another. It's a really nice thing. It's represents her dad. And I bet it feels really good for her to be there and know that her dad was there and stuff like that. And what else did I do? I just doing my thing, but I mean getting ready for
Super
that
busy.
Potter's Market I worked morning, noon, and night.
Yeah.
It was just nonstop.
Was that your first time going? How
First
long
time.
have they been doing
This has been going on, I think, 25 years or
Oh,
more,
wow.
or maybe longer.
And see, I'd never heard of
Yeah,
it until I saw you
Right,
doing it.
and I mean, they had it on Thursday night. Was like the opening night. They get tickets. That line was the checkout line was 3 deep. I was like, oh my God! It was very, very well organized. You had like a section for all. It was called bulk. Everything $40 and under. They had an ornament section, a jewelry section, a tile section, a main section where you had more shelves and you could put your stuff there. They had, I'm trying to think of what else. They had mugs. Oh my God, if you wanted mugs, there was like this whole row filled with awesome looking mugs. I'm trying to think what else did they have. It was just so very, very well. The guy who started it was Charlie. Charlie worked at the OCC, Oakland Community College, in the pottery thing. I took classes from him.
Okay.
And you were able to go to OCC and just sign up for like a semester, and you called Open Studio.
Okay.
You go there and you just use your studio. Use that
so
as your
cool.
yeah. I don't know I don't think they're still doing it, but I learned a lot from being there, and I knew stuff that I didn't know. And you just learn. And they made their clay, but it was over in Royal Oak, and it was really, really cool. It was really cool. I tried the wheel, but it wasn't my thing. But that's who started it. Maybe even. I have to ask Jan. I know at least 25 years or more.
Okay.
But 125 potters.
Yeah, because I hadn't heard of it until you were going.
Right.
And viewers, maybe I'm sorry,
It's-
you know, because I know it's probably somebody watching like, how did she not know?
Yeah.
I never knew.
Yeah.
And at one point I lived in Southfield.
Right,
But you
right,
see
right.
like the artist fairs and stuff like that, you don't normally see too many that are just dedicated to pottery.
To just pottery. It was
Yeah.
really, really, and some of the
It's the
potters.
competition high.
Oh my God! Some of the pottery. Oh my God! I mean, you just get so overabsorbed. It's like your brain can't take anymore. It's very, very creative. I mean, from just
Like what,
simple.
what kind of?
Oh, sculptures. My friend Jan, who does very functional pieces.
I love her work.
Oh, I do too. Tiles. Oh, I don't even remember, but there was so much. And you get in pottery overload. And then they had a section where they have a hold section where you go take your little basket. Well, I'm thinking about this, and then they put it, and they hold it. Then they come back, and if you don't want it, they just put it back out.
Okay.
And I met a customer. She had a really neat, like it looked like it was supposed to be like a tray, but it was like a mosaic kind of a thing. And she says, "I want to hang it." She says, "I don't want to use the thing." And she says, "I'm going to go to Joann's and I says, "No, you're not." I says, "I'll put the hooks on it. You give me $20." So I did it for her. She was so thrilled. And I said, "You're going to go to Joann's and they're going to charge you $30-$40. I said, I said, all you got to do is put some screws and some wire. And she lived in Farmington Hills. I met her at my son's basketball, where they were playing basketball, and away we went. So she was a happy customer.
with your drill.
Yeah, me and the magic drill. But it worked
we
out
always
so
go over to Debbie's house and drill all the wire, and that's where you go to.
If you give me an electric screwdriver and drywall screws, I can build a house. I mean, honest to God, it's the best. And you got to get different size drywall screws. And if you ever go into Home Depot and you look at all the screws, you're going, I don't know what these men use all these screws for. I just don't know. I don't like they got this screw, this screw, this screw. I'm going, damn, just use the damn drywall screw. So it was really cool. So that's kind of what was kind of going on, and just we did All Things Detroit.
We did.
Yes,
Detroit.
Jennifer Crawford.
Did we come back since then?
No, we haven't been since then.
Oh yeah, we did All Things Detroit.
Oh, that was
was
fantastic. And
November.
you did, huh?
November.
Yeah. Oh, we're
It's
so
going
off.
by so quick with the holidays.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It was really cool.
Yeah.
She had the best turnout. Didn't she have like 6,000 people come?
Eight.
Oh.
Over 8,000 people. So. if
You
guys
rock
aren't
it, Jennifer
familiar-
Crawford.
Yes, Jennifer Crawford. She has the brand is called Ask Jennifer.
Yep.
And she has I wouldn't call it a festival, but it's
It's like a marketplace. I
it's
call
a marketplace.
Right.
Twice a year called All Things Detroit, and it features all small business owners.
Yeah. From artists to business
yeah.
owners to anything that's business.
Well, what's new about it was this is the first year that she introduced all things art.
Mm-hmm.
So Danahan Arts actually curated a whole section
And it was
devoted just to the arts.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was so
It was
cool.
really cool.
We got to use Debbie's walls.
My
Thank you.
walls. My walls.
We basically installed a art exhibit / well, I wouldn't even say booth. It was kind of like each artist had their displays.
Right.
And I was just excited.
It was. It looked really good.
Thank you.
It looked
Thank
really
you.
good, and people were coming in and looking and stuff like that.
Well, they were buying.
I know they were
you
buying,
know.
and you had the artists there, which I
Yeah.
think was very, very
Yeah.
important.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
it gives a chance for people because people are excited when they meet artists.
Yes, they are.
If you're an artist or if you're in that world, you kind of take it for granted how many people don't know where to buy art. That's why
don't.
it's so important. Honestly, let me say this.
Yeah.
That's why I work with people like Jennifer Crawford, and I try to open up a marketplace outside of the traditional marketplace.
That's right.
'Cause a lot of times people think they got to go to not a museum, but
A fancy gallery.
a gallery
Right.
to purchase
You
artwork, and they
don't.
got to spend an arm and a leg.
You don't.
But in the meantime, everybody knows an artist.
That's
but we
right.
don't consider those people professional artists. And everybody buys art, whether they know it or not. You're
That's
going
right.
to the dollar store, you're going to Target, you're going to all the different places, but people would like to purchase art from artists.
That's
and
right.
it's like they're hidden because it's a whole different market.
And you actually get to meet the artist that painted that piece or made that piece. And
Exactly.
it gives you that feeling of, wow, I got to meet them. And you get to know a little bit about them. You
Yeah.
know, and you take that
Yeah.
piece home, and when you're looking at that piece on the wall, you're going to think about your experience of buying that art from that cousin, you know.
And it makes it that much more
It
special.
does. It's more personal.
You know.
It is more
Yeah.
more personal, you know.
But I was
It
excited for the opportunity just to.
And when is her next? It's in April. All Things
It's in April.
It's
yes.
coming up.
Oh.
It's the annual All Things Detroit. It's it's an
It's
annual
still
thing.
All Things Detroit. Her tenure
day.
is coming up.
Her tenure. And
Oh, it's coming up after. So she has 313 Day.
yeah.
But it's not going to be on 313 Day. It's going to be, I believe, April 1st or April 2nd.
Something like
April
that.
2nd.
Right.
I'm
And any
gonna
of you
be
artists
there.
out there, or anybody your things, apply.
Apply.
It's really great.
So we're going to do a Welcome to Detroit theme.
Okay, I love it.
I am curating again, so make sure you reach out. But again, it's an opportunity because artists aren't used to, unless you do art fairs, which a lot of artists don't
They do not.
You don't see that large of a crowd coming to shop.
That's
so it's
right.
8,000 people.
She might even
And this
have
was
more.
this was smaller because she's had years where she's done 14 right before the pandemic.
That's
so it's
right.
building back
That's right.
up.
She's building it back up.
Yeah.
She's building it back up.
So that's 8,000 people that are coming and exchanging contact with you, taking pictures. We had news coverage.
Yes,
There
you
was
did.
one guy- Yeah.
Yes, you did.
And you saw me, I had to be polished. But there was one guy who saw a picture on the news that morning, and he came
That's
right
right.
over and purchased it
Isn't
because
that
he
cool?
saw it on the news.
That is so cool. That makes you
Yeah.
feel so good when your stuff is out there. And that's what I did at the Potter's Market. I did an actual demo. A live demo.
love it, I love it, I love
but
it.
they didn't, nobody recorded it. So I called, but
well, you
but
got
it
to
was,
do it again.
But it was still very cool to be able
Yeah.
to actually get up and just, I had the thing, and it was really fun to do.
It's really cool watching Debbie create because you're like, you have this zone, and she has all of her tools. You don't really know everything that clay entails.
Right.
So you're very knowledgeable, number one, but you're very detailed in how you educate. You make a point to say, no, there's another. You put your hand on it.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a better way to do that. Let me show you this.
Yeah.
And she cranks this shit out like a machine.
And guess what I got for Christmas? Some new tools.
Oh, see.
So I'm so excited to actually will carve stuff out. So I am, my
The
daughter,
queen
thank you,
of
Danielle, she bought it to me
production.
for Christmas. So I can make some new, I don't know what I'm going to
Look
do
up,
with it.
it'll be a night, and Debbie made
I-
25 pieces. And then got up and made 50 more.
Oh, no, I can't do it that fast. But, I'm just like, so. Yeah, so I'm just really excited. But that, All Things Detroit was a really
And you had a
awesome.
really great day.
I had a
as
great
well.
day. I had a good show.
I would come over to kind of visit with Debbie, and each time I went, she would be in
Rapping and talking.
zone and selling.
That's right. That's
Selling.
right. That's right.
You had shirts this time too. East Side.
I had
West-
my East Side and West Side shirts. Yeah, and they're coming out. East
Yeah.
Side is actually the city of Detroit is actually lean to the east, and the other shirts are lean to the west. It's like stand up, sit down, fight. There'll be more.
Side.
Yeah. So
West Side.
West Side. There's gonna be more. There's more shirts coming out. We're having a whole Detroit thing too.
Okay.
It's just we're just working on that now, and I'm working with a really great guy. His name is Christian, and he's done some. He kind of inspired me for this one piece for Black History Month,
Okay.
and it's the shape of Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have Detroit, and then I have all because I'm really looking into like the Black Bottom area, and I have all that. So it just like inspired me to do some new kind of looking stuff. So yeah, there'll be some T-shirts coming out and a bunch of stuff, and I'm not sure. The ADD kind of gets in the way, and we just start going. Boop, boop,
Well, you
boop,
just,
boop.
I wouldn't even say.
Yeah,
you
but
just
it's
have
just-
so many ideas.
I do.
you
It's like
know.
they're banging in my brain. Like
I
okay.
would go for a drive. We're in Black Bottom right now.
Yes, we are.
And it's something about it where you feel, I wouldn't drive around right now.
No, we're not gonna drive around now. We drive around in the day.
But in the daytime, it just feels nice
It
to drive
does,
around
and
to
it does.
me.
And Hunt Street's in Black Bottom. That's my favorite building, kind of a thing. And I know Marcia Philpott's dad had a record thing here, and about Aretha Franklin and the church. And I've been just doing some feedback history, and it's like very interesting, very interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want to take a quick, we're a
We'll
little
take a-
early,
yeah.
but remind you.
That's all right. We'll
Just
do a
wanna
fast break.
Remind you all that you're watching Get Down and Dirty Talking Art on WJZZ,
The
Cool
coolest
TV, the coolest station in the
That's
world.
right. That's right. And we're here with Debbie LaPratt and Colibri the artist. Hello. And we're going to have some big announcements coming up with the station's going to be doing, how we're going to be on iHeartRadio and all these other things he was just talking. There more coming out.
Yeah. It's a lot happening.
A lot happening. So we're here. But welcome. We're glad everybody's back. So I don't know if anybody's out there watching, but hi. We're here. So what else you do? How was your Christmas?
My Christmas.
It seems like just a blink ago.
Well, because this whole time it's been work. It's been really, really busy, so it's just really been a blur. In fact, Christmas, I was supposed to be going to like shelters and different stuff. It was still going to be busy. But my car wouldn't start, so I wound up being able to rest.
And be with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mine was good. It was just laid back with the kids and the family. And the next day, Christmas Eve, that's our traditional Christmas. We celebrate. Then Christmas Day, we just chill out with the kids and just have a nice time, play some games, and so it's all good. And last week, I just kind of I said I'm not working.
Good.
I'm not going to work. I just kind of did my thing,
Good.
But I did go to the Detroit Historical Museum and see the Hudson's display.
How was it?
Yeah. I didn't get to stay that long. I felt like I was back walking down Woodward Avenue.
Really?
It was so magnificent. The things they had, the memorabilia they had, the video they had, the Santa Claus, just everything. And I had the pleasure of meeting this man who did this amazing, amazing book. I think we're going to have him on our show. And his name is, can you see it? It's Bruce
Allen Kopitek?
Yeah.
Aha.
And I mean, look at how thick this book is, everybody.
That doesn't even it's heavy.
And it's heavy. It is filled with so much information. I mean, and it's not hard reading because I'm not a reader. And I found out something that Detroit, Hudson's, was the Paris of Detroit. I was right in the very first thing. And, of course, he signed it. Very, very nice man. But, of course, I had to bring the piece that kind of goes with that. Now, this is for sale. And I do have the whole this piece on the front of the building is about 3 feet long.
Oh, wow.
Or 2 feet. I'm going.
Oh, you got to do one.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it that way. Yeah, it was like, wow. But because everybody who was, knows about Detroit and stuff like that, Hudson's was just an amazing. There's so much information in here, photos and stuff. I would love to have
showing like the mannequins and
and like this is the biggest. Show them the biggest flag. This is the biggest flag. I'm sure. Whoops, it's this guy. This is the biggest flag in the world that they put on the. Yeah, I just read that. I didn't know that. It's just like so much. It's history, and if anybody likes history, I love history.
Especially with Detroit, there's so much that gets torn down,
and there's people that don't know. If you're not in the city, you don't know about the history.
If you haven't been in the city, because you could be in here.
Yeah,
like I wasn't around for Hudson's.
Yeah,
and then with everything being torn down and stuff like that, like it's one of those. It's stuff like this that has to remind you and educate.
Right, and they were the ones that started the parade.
Yes,
there's the parade, and I got to tell y'all, the night Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, before the parade, you can go down on Woodward Avenue. And you can look at all the floats. It was the most awesomest thing. I've never done that.
Santa Claus.
And you got to touch them, feel them, see them. You got to see the way they're constructed. It was really, and just the artwork that went into making the floats. And this is Hudson started the Jail Hudson's Parade.
That's so cool.
So it's like the history, it's just like. But when I was downtown, we drove down. We were going to take the Q line, but the Q line wasn't going. So we drove down, parked, and walked. It was colder than hell, but it was so fun. We got to go to every float, and you got to really, it was styrofoam, that plaster, and it was the, what is that stuff? Like it's in tape and you wet it, but it was very, very, just the construction. And there was a girl riding a 3-wheel bike with her basket, and she had her checklist and getting it ready. And I went back the next morning, and guess what, people? They take the lights down on Woodward Avenue. I didn't think about that because of the balloons and all the floats.
Yeah, you told me that. I never paid attention.
And I didn't, because I'm looking, what happened to somebody knocked that light off? And then I went to another thing, and that was like, And and I'm going, oh my God, they took all the light, because you got the big balloons and everything. So this is, our Thanksgiving Day parade is quite historic. It's a historic
I
parade.
just started back going. I haven't gone since I was like in high school.
I took the boys a while ago, but I would like to take them and maybe go even to the end of where the parade, I forgot where it gets off at. People are right downtown, but you can go way down, and then they're turning the corner. Somebody said that's a really cool place to go.
I think that would be cool.
I think that would be very cool.
See
And
what
it'd
they
be
have.
very cool. But it was just, that was something that I did, and just, and also, speaking of the Detroit Historical Museum, I gotta brag. We had, from the Breakfast Club, we had what would you call it, a display or a display.
Exhibit.
Exhibit, that's the word I want. And it was all of us artists together, and we had the whole second floor. And right now they have the Red Wings when they won the Stanley Cup. That
Gotta
whole
go back.
section, it's really cool. I went in there. And so I get a call from Henry from the Breakfast Club, and he goes, hey, Debbie, was talking about, the value of art and keeping it in the historical thing. And I'm half listening, and he goes, well, the Detroit Historical Museum was wondering if you'd like to donate. And I'm thinking, do you want me to donate money? Donate your train station piece. I said, back that truck up, Henry. So my train station, my ceiling tile from the train station that represents the ceiling tile, and the column from the front is now in the permanent collection of the Detroit Historical Museum. I am very honored. I want to go over there and say, do you want me to put a plaque on there? I want to put my authentication letter, kind of a thing. It's not up for display yet. I don't know when it will be. Trust me, the world will know. I'll be on Channel 4 going, everybody come on over and watch this. I was really honored.
Yeah.
I was like, and then the DIA asked me to be part of their gift shop.
Yes, and now that's.
That I'm very excited.
I think it's so cool that your work is. You capture history. What did Dawood call you? The history capturer.
Yeah.
But it's so appropriate that it's inside of the museums. Like, you just you can't take that away. It becomes now a part of history. And you now are a staple in Detroit.
Yeah. So I want to get more of the history. I'm trying to decide. I'm thinking about maybe doing a whole collection of the different churches, because there's so many amazing churches in the city. I want something just to focus in on what, just like one specific thing and just kind of work it, kind of thing. I'm not sure.
You always scout out the architecture.
I do. And this what's his name? Bruce, he showed me a picture in here. I got to find out what he said, but about the top parts of the building, the more architecture on there, the door details mean something. And I can't remember what he said. I should have had him record it. It was real. I emailed him, so I'm going to have
on in our house.
Huh? Oh, yeah. So it was just interesting. And it's like there's so much when I go downtown, I just kind of I go into overload because I look here, I look there. I tell people, look up, look down, look all around. Because people just walk with a straight up look. And I'm always looking. When I go into your house, there's some amazing pieces. I'm like, oh, look at that tile, look at this, look at that, kind of thing. So, yeah. So what do you got coming up?
What do I got coming up? Well, you know what I got coming up. First, real quick, I want to talk about, because we went to... you mentioned the DIA, and I took the children to the Van Gogh exhibit.
Yes, that is really awesome.
It was so, I took them just to make sure they could say that they actually saw a Van Gogh, because you don't know when you're going to get another chance. And who holds them. A lot of times, I don't know if you know this, the museums, they have collections either donated to them. Right. Which, like your pieces, they're normally permanent collections, or they might... put them on tour other places. Right. Or they have to go through a lot of trouble to collect different pieces. So like a Van Gogh or Monet, or when you see them have those special exhibits, they have to go through a lot of trouble. Oftentimes they're on loan from other museums, private collections. Right. sometimes people destroy works of art. Like it's just so you never really know when you're really going to get a chance to come across an authentic piece to be able to see it. So it was really important for me to.
It's just a piece of history.
To go, yeah, exactly.
It's like when I went to see the Mona Lisa.
About it, exactly. Yeah. I still want to see that. I've never seen it, but I wanted them to be able to say, "We saw Van Gogh."
That's right.
And it was lovely. It was lovely. I got in trouble a couple times for stepping over the line.
I did that too. They came and told me you have to step back and went, all right.
I wasn't touching. I'm usually a toucher, so I wasn't touching, but I was like, I
know because of us being the artist.
It's like, ma'am.
Yes, you have to step back, please. I did that.
I'm like, you can. I'm not gonna steal anything.
I ain't gonna take anything.
But. His brush strokes, number one,
the way he changed,
not blending,
right?
But also they're very thick, and just the patterns and how he redirected
and how his work all changed.
Yeah,
it was very interesting.
And you know what I really liked was how, I'm a stickler for line. Right. So even though there were patterns, there were still very straight line. Like it was still very organized, which I didn't expect in a lot of his pieces. Mm-hmm. And sometimes looking at a picture of it, you can't appreciate.
You can't, not until you actually go up and you can look at it and see it.
Yeah, they would.
But don't go over the line because they'll come yell at you.
But he really didn't. There was a lot of real technique.
There was.
It's not easily duplicated.
When did he die? He died young, I think. I think he died young.
He died pretty young. I can't say when.
Yeah, I don't know the year, but I know he was pretty young.
They actually speculate that he was murdered.
Really?
And they actually had a little short story in the exhibition. It didn't say that, but there is speculation around his death because everybody focuses on him having mental illness and him cutting his ear off.
Right. Wasn't he like a schizophrenic or something?
I'm not exactly sure.
I don't think they really. What year did he start painting? I don't remember the years.
I couldn't tell you either.
I couldn't. I remember paying attention, but I don't.
But he. Apparently, he was in and out of mental facilities. So he had gone into one and was out, and was like, everybody said that he was normal. And I guess from the angle of the gunshot and stuff like that, because he had mental illnesses, he wasn't a favorite in the town. Like, people would bully him, they mess with him, so they speculate that somebody murdered him.
Okay, yeah. Because there is in the Fisher Building, there is an antique shop. Mm-hmm. And inside that antique shop, this gentleman has this whole collection of this woman who's still alive. Mm-hmm. She's a paranoid schizophrenic. Mm-hmm. And all her paintings are all different. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't paint anymore. She's down in Florida. Mm-hmm. But on his website, I don't remember the name of I'll put it out there, but it's a very neat little antique shop. Mm-hmm. And I went in there, a couple times, and he knows who I am now, of course. And we were talking. I was showing my friends this, and I said, it's so interesting. He's only got a few pieces of her work. Mm-hmm. It's really, and when he talks about, again, the story. Mm-hmm. That's what enhanced me is in the way her work changed. And she's down in Florida in a facility, and she's still alive, but she's a paranoid schizophrenic. Mm. Where she is, you could see in some of her work, she even had a self-portrait. It was very, very interesting. It was very interesting. So it was very cool. And then there's also a really unique gallery in the Fisher Building called the Blackbird.
I haven't been yet.
I went there. They had an
Pamela Eaton owns it.
Yeah, and it's a nice gallery.
So far, the photos that I've seen, because Gino Harris, shout out to Gino
Harris.
Yes,
he does.
He's the curator.
Gino. Yes.
Mastermind. Let me just say with Gino Harris, just so much respect and love to Gino Harris. Before we had money floating in the city, and when we didn't have, when everything was, abandoned, and he was here putting on exhibitions. He was still here giving the artists platforms to showcase art, and his eye is incredible.
So cool.
So the images that I've seen, like I said, I've not been there in person, and I know that they have a
and I'm so far. I'm whole 5 minutes away. Yeah.
Right. But it's so far the work has been phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not a big place.
No.
It's not big. And the one I went, they had, what's the guy with the smiley face? He was there. Phil was
Simpson.
there.
They
were outside of the thing. And, Phil was at Nordstrom's. Was it Nordstrom's? Yeah. He's done with his little gig there. Yeah. But you know how he did that? He went and he was contacting them, and he wanted to support artists and get them to give artists thing. And they said, well, how about you? And so he told me that. I'm like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was such a.
Yeah.
We need to have him on the show.
We do.
I would
We do.
love to have him.
Yeah.
He's
Because he's somebody, he started in fashion.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he had a store that was on Grand River and Broadway. It was called Freshman Clothing. And it didn't really pop off, and then he switched into the artwork. And with Phil, he's a really extraordinary,
cool guy.
talented
Oh my God.
artist. But he chose to do smiley faces because the
makes-
condition and state of Detroit at that time was such a damper. He wanted to put a smile on people's faces.
That's right.
And he would talk that he had the Baltimore Gallery, again, put in platforms and exhibitions for artists and stuff like that. But he talked about where he wanted to be. He talked about wanting clothing, wanting to have a mascot.
Yeah,
All the things
yeah,
that he has now, he talked
yeah.
about it. And so it's so cool watching that come to fruition for
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
It's a blessing. I really
It
do
is.
love watching
It is.
that.
He was at this event. It was at Eastern Market. It was an evening event, and he was there.
Was it the spotlight thing?
I don't remember. I know it was just
Yeah.
an evening.
Hang on
And
real
Jennifer
quick.
was on. It was part of the fashion show kind of a thing. I don't. Everything is such a blur.
Well, he's all over.
He
so.
is. He is.
Well,
And it
hold
was-
that thought. We just want to remind you guys that you're watching Get Down and Dirty Talking Art on WJZZ, the coolest station in the world.
Yes. So hello, everybody. So all right, Debbie and Colibri, we're back. Okay. Hello. We gotta get back to talking.
But yeah, he's all over.
And he's
all over.
amazing. He is
Yeah.
amazing. He's really, really cool, and he's so sweet and so friendly. Kind of a thing. So it's just been a lot going on with the
Yeah.
art world and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Type of thing. It's really cool, and I love seeing this, stuff coming up and stuff like. So it's gonna be. There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
It's a lot. I'm like having to take in this year.
I know. I know.
And prepare for it. But I'm excited. I'm excited for growth,
That's exactly is the growth.
Yeah.
Is the growth that I think is, and I think this is going to be the year for growth. That's what I feel. I really feel because I'm gonna make this little announcement. There's more coming in Sterling Heights. There is going to be a. How would you call it? Like a store, a shop. It's
mall.
It's not in the mall. It's in.
I know, but it's
it
like
looks like a
mini
mall.
It's a big. She's saying like a little store. No, it's huge.
It's a huge store. It's on Hayes
It's huge.
in Hall Road. It'll be called The Maker. And there'll be all small businesses coming in there. We'll have art gallery things. There'll be artists can come, makers can come. And I was over there today and helping them put it together. And the new owner of Oakland Mall, his name is Mario. He is a tremendous man. He went around the mall at Christmas time, walked into shops with his phone. Hi, I'm the owner of Oakland Mall. And the lady goes, hi, how you doing? And he's videoing it. Lady, he goes, here, I'll pay for that. He paid for people's things and even gave him the change.
Oh.
And he walks around the mall and like, here's a gift card. Here's this. He is the most amazing personality. He's so cool. He's so sweet. He wants to turn Oakland Mall into not just any mall. He wants to turn it into a place where people can just unite and come shopping but have an experience. And that's what the Maker's going to be. It'll be announcing where we're having an open house, I think at the end of this month. And possibly March or April it'll be open.
Okay.
And it's like, what did I say? Like 500 or 50,000 square feet. It's massive. It used to be an old a furniture store. And it was a grocery store at one time. It is huge. I walked in there and went, holy shit. That's all I could keep saying. It's massive.
I look forward to seeing it.
It's going to be really, really cool. And when they called me and asked if I want, I'm like, yeah, okay, because I'm the networking queen.
Yeah, well, not just that. I mean, you've done this. You've been doing this for decades.
Right.
We had artists in market.
Right, at all the malls and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's like, I was just honored that they asked me to be a part of this. And I just think it's going to.
appropriate.
And
but
it's like
cool.
it's going to be like a Rust Belt type of situation. It'll be open like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is really great because not all the time do you want to do an art show, but you can go over there and you're in a, and there's going to be events. There's just going to be all kinds of stuff. There's going to be like classes and just they don't even know. We're just helping them put it together. They have a lot of ideas. So, but it's called The Maker. It'll be on Hayes and in Hall Road.
All right.
And it's in the Mecca Shopping Center,
Alrighty.
so there'll be more announcement to come, so if anybody's out there and is interested, let me know. I'll just, pass on the info, so yeah, so that's what's kind of going on. I don't know. I'm just like, okay, I'm just, so I'm just excited. I'm excited for this year. I'm just excited because I want, I think things are going to be happening. I think
they've been happening. That's what's so exciting about it. At least I think.
Right.
Because last year was last year was the year for growth, at least for what I can see. And it's like this year, it's an elevation. It's like, I don't even want to say execution, but I've been saying more so fruits. Like the fruits of your labor. Yeah. Where you're being put in front of big projects, and really putting your hands into, I dare I say creating. I always say Detroit is my canvas. Yeah. So it's like creating what you would like to see on a bigger, not just on a piece, but the way you want people to shop, the type of events you want people to have, the type of shows and entertainment you want people to have.
Right. Because there's so much going on. Yeah. There's just so much going on, and it's so good. It's so cool.
We have our events. Well, first off, we got Behind the Red Curtain, which I got to get together, but that's going to be in February.
What is that going to be?
It's an exhibit. That's going to be the first one for All Things Marketplace for this year. So, Behind the Red Curtain.
Behind the Red Curtain. I like that.
And then, of course, we have Out of the Darkness.
Oh my God, we got to get working on that.
I'm
my
so
God,
excited
I forgot about that.
Our second annual.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes. That's what I told you. I've been breathing it in because there's and my birthday is April 3rd.
That's right.
So it's like there is Out of the Darkness. There's All Things Detroit.
My God.
That's, what did I say it's going to be? Welcome to Detroit. So there's, I'm just going to roll it out there. Right. There's Behind the Red Curtain, Welcome to Detroit, Out of the Darkness. And these are the same weekend,
Oh my God.
Then I got Black.
That's right. You did that last year.
I did it last year, but I want to put a spin on it this year. I don't know if I want to call it white or add white, but there's been a unique thing that's been happening where I've been coming across memorabilia that's been, I don't want to say racist because it really wasn't, it wasn't even meant to be derogatory. It's one of those things that's so embedded in our history that it was endearing at that time. Like Valentine's Day cards that got blackface, I came across a record of a Jewish man singing in blackface, and he was the highest entertainer.
I remember something about that.
Well, and it's like there's history there that we never really dive into.
That's true.
But it's there, and I kind of want to put that real American history on display because I came across Valentine's Day cards like I love you like a Negro loves watermelon.
Oh my God.
And I can laugh because it's horrible, but this is the stuff they don't show you in the history books.
No, they don't.
It's kind of like buried until it gets to the thrift store or whatever. And I really want to put it out there.
That would be cool.
Just so we have to face it, And so
that's cool.
There's that.
So when are you doing your call for artists for Behind the Red Curtain?
I think I'm just going to do a quick call.
Okay.
I have a couple artists in mind, but this is unique because it's love art.
Oh.
So I would like to do just a quick call because I don't want to fool with it.
No.
But I think I'm going to do a quick call just on our page. Get down to talking art on Facebook. And also
on our page, if anybody would like to, I was talking to Colibri about this earlier, if anybody would like to share like a call for artists. We're trying to help support artists that there's a call for artists. Hey, if you know there's a call for artists, share it to our page.
Yes.
Because the more we can share, the more we can help artists out. Like if you know there's an exhibition coming up or even an art show or something, kind of thing. It would be really beneficial because, you get so swarmed with all this stuff. You don't know where to find it all. You miss something and stuff like that. But that's what we're, all about is to helping that artist. Helping that artist. I forgot all about coming out. Oh, my God. It's like, hello.
I didn't. That's been on my mind since last year.
I know. I just I thought about it the other day and then just kind of flipped over and,
We had such a great turnout.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things I want to make sure that we top it and do it better.
That's
you
right.
know,
That's right. I got my brain is just like overloaded with stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we could do.
And you know what? I feel like we need to do some sort of ode to Deborah Walker. Rest in peace, Deborah Walker.
Yes.
Who has been an advocate for the Corktown community, but Detroit period, and also the president of PITE.
No, what is that? I know that. Pike.
Oh, I do not remember what it stands for. It's poets and some, but it's PITE Detroit. They actually read poetry at Out of the Darkness last year.
That's right.
Yes. So that was with what Deborah did read.
Yes, she did.
read, and I think she had green hair at that time.
When did she pass? I remember.
She just passed in November.
Yeah.
She just passed. So I just just wanted to send prayers up to her family.
Yeah.
And condolences to her family, and just to honor her name and know that she's gone but never forgotten.
That's right.
She's just an incredible advocate for artists, community, creatives, business owners, period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saying that, what are we having possibly next week and for the next couple of weeks?
We are having, so we're showcasing, and this was the inspiration behind Out of the Darkness.
Yeah.
That, and of course Lori Ellsworth, her beautiful painting. Valerie Fair,
yes,
visionary artist, was the calendar. And how fitting, we started her off New Year's last year, so she'll be joining us
that's
again
right.
next
We
week.
did.
Yeah.
I
She was
forgot
our first
about
guest
that.
of last year. She's going to be our first guest of this year,
Yeah.
highlighting and introducing a new calendar.
Yes.
Number one, an updated visionary artist. So if you
She's
missed,
got 3 calendars.
Yes,
We'll probably do
yes.
3 sessions.
well,
I think. We'll see.
it's per the schedule. Right now we're signed up for the 2, but she's updated visionary artist. So if we missed it last year, you can get a 2023
Yeah. Yes.
visionary
yes.
artist calendar.
Right.
And then the new project is it's called Orishas, African Orishas.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and she has male and female.
Right.
Creators portraying these.
Yeah, and they were
African
dressed
demigods.
so magnificently.
Yes.
I remember Marcia Philpott talking about how heavy everything was.
She's on the cover.
She is on the cover.
And she has an authentic African garb on.
It's beautiful, and that necklace, and everything. It was really pretty. I'm like, wow, you really, So I know Dorothy Jack Carter's in there, and I'm not sure.
It's about 18 people.
Yeah.
It's about 18. Shot by Bill Sanders.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
It's going to be really a great, great calendar.
Yeah.
So
Charlene Ursey.
That's right.
I really, Carol Mariso. I really enjoyed the stories behind the Orishas and how they wanted to depict them and what they felt they needed to depict in their photos. It's going to be a good show.
It's going to be great. Wow. Now that we're at the new studio, we can do a little bit better video and, like having them, even though she's in Arizona, isn't she?
Is.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. Nice and warm.
Yeah. Yeah, nice and warm. Well, hey, we can't complain. We've been warm. We
It's been nice. It's been nice. It's been beautiful here.
It has been. We're very lucky. We're not in California with the floods now.
Oh, is there floods in California?
Oh, it's horrible.
I haven't paid attention.
Horrible. Then they had that snow up in Boston where 61 people got killed. And I'm just like, thank you.
Yes.
Because it could be us.
Yes.
It could be us.
Yes.
A little bit of rain, a little bit of cold weather. It's all right. But, so thank you. Because we got a lot going on. It's just, it's just exciting. I'm just excited. 2023 I feel it's a different energy.
Yeah.
It's like, 'cause we were just talking on New Year's or before New Year's. I remember when 1999 we were going to have the 2000, it was going to be 2000. And everybody was freaking out. They're buying all this food and all this water. And my neighbor had a generator and we're all sitting there. We had a neighborhood party and we're all sitting there going, we did the big countdown and this thing.
Everybody had that
and
moment
and we're like going, okay, nothing, we didn't know. We just didn't know. We thought the whole grid was going to go down. We didn't know if computers, if internet, had no idea. And then remember when I pulled up with you, I was talking about, I don't know what year it was, but they had predicted, whatever year it was, that in 2023 they'll be talking through cordless phones and there'll be messaging and all this stuff. And I'm like, wow. And but they said that we'll be living to 100. And he goes, we're not there yet. You know, life expectancy. But they were talking that everything was going to be internet, wireless. And here we are. Somebody had predicted this.
I kind of want to go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, yeah, the old-fashioned dial phone.
I do, though. I do. But nobody really has landlines like that. But I do. I love technology. You know, it is a blessing, but it's kind of a curse.
Sometimes it's a curse, yeah. You know,
Like,
you got so many passwords. And you got to worry about all that.
And just being connected, you know, sometimes too connected, I feel like it's babied us a little bit in a way.
Right,
you know,
right.
Like we feel the need to get in contact with somebody immediately.
Right.
You know,
right.
You want to take a quick break?
We'll take a real break here at WJZZ Cool Jazz TV at Good Down and Dirty Talking Art.
That's right.
And we're here. You can watch us on all the Twitch,
YouTube,
Twitter,
Facebook, and Twitch.
Yes, that's right. And more to come.
Yeah,
and more to come.
And follow us on Facebook.
Yeah, and make a comment. Say,
Art.
hey, you've seen us. What's going on?
Yeah.
Make a comment about us. And
recommend artists that you'd like to be on the show.
That's right. If anybody wants to be out there, call us, text us, message us.
Wonderful artists all across the country. We've had artists on from different
Yeah, we can now
countries.
do all across the country.
Well, we could before, but
this is even better, he said.
I like the different styles, you know, and interviewing different people. It would be nice.
And hey, we're back. I'm glad to be back. You know, it was like I was sitting at home going, but it feels so good to be back. It really does.
Do you have a resolution for this year?
Not really. I don't. I try to make them, but it's just like, you know, my resolution is just to be happy.
I like that.
Be happy. Just be happy,
that.
Be positive, and no stinking thinking people.
Aha.
No stinking thinking people. And I mean, I know people go through their things, but try in each day to be grateful for one thing. That's what I always said after I lost my husband. I always said, it took me a while to do that, about maybe 8 months, and I'd say, I'm getting up today and I'm going to be, going to the grocery store, and that's going to make me happy. You have to like self-talk yourself out of the bad stuff. You know, because so many people are so negative and they have so many negative, they're pissed off about this, they're mad about that. It's like, is it worth it?
I like that.
You know,
the art of gratefulness.
Yeah.
And I think that's appropriate now, starting the year off.
Yeah.
You know, because people have so many, whether they had a bad Christmas or just whatever, a lot of different emotions flying around this time of year.
Yeah.
You know, if you can hold on to something to be grateful about.
Just even one thing. It's like, go outside and take a deep breath and be grateful for the, just be grateful. Just be grateful for the day. You know, people are
You know, it's harder than it looks
until you
recognize it. You know, like, so a lot of you may not know, but I took a little job at a nursing facility.
Oh, this is very interesting.
Oh, we're going to get to the meat and potatoes too. But
yeah.
I will say that it's, no matter what, the experience has made me grateful for each day. Because when I look at people that can't move, like they can't do anything. They can't talk, they can't move, they can't. They're
just like sitting there. Yeah, they're like vegetables.
It makes me feel a type of way about complaining about any problem that I might have.
Yeah.
You know, because if nothing else, I'm alive. I can do for myself. I can get around. You know, it just makes me more grateful for anything.
Oh, yes.
You know,
yes.
there's a leak right now in one of the rooms. And all I can think is, well, thank God I got a house.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
I just won't let anything get in the way of
This couple months ago, I lost a really dear friend. And I'm going to cry. But it was really hard. Her name happened to be Deb. So it was like, so I look at that. And today was really weird. I pick up my phone and I go, I should call Deb. And I'm like, I can't. So if you're thinking about that person, even if it's for a second, take that phone and make that phone call and say, I'm just thinking about you. That means so much to people. They don't know. Okay. So tell them a little more about your.
I don't want to jump past that because I appreciate how in tune you are, especially when it comes to grief and just being grateful. And Debbie really does a wonderful job of absorbing the moment, you know. And it's not a false sense of happiness. It's really just appreciating. And again, I think you're an educator at heart because you always show people, you always show people how to get through it,
Yeah.
And then you'll cut into, well, I don't want to hear that shit. Bye.
That's
I already told you. Either going to be happy or not.
That's right. Just be happy.
So thank you.
Yeah, well, I try. Because my girlfriend who lost her husband 2 years ago, lost her grandson a year ago, and lost her brother. She's having a horrible time. And I just try to text her and just say, how you doing? And she's just in this really dark space. And I hope, pray that she can come. And I mean, it's horrendous. People you have your heart has just been ripped out of your chest, but these people that are gone are still there, but they want you to keep going because you have to keep going in honor of them, and that's the only way you can just keep moving. It's hard, but you gotta just keep it going. Be grateful because we're here. You don't know. My girlfriend was in a nursing home, and I mean, she had a rehab place, and all of a sudden, they think she had a massive heart attack. It was just.
It's horrible.
It is, but she was a great person. We were good friends. So. Hey, Deb.
Like you said, check on your people.
Check on your people.
That just makes me think, especially with the nursing homes. I'm actually finding out, even where I was at, there are a couple people that I know who had parents at the same facility. So
really?
Even we have that in common. We don't talk about that enough. My father is at this facility.
Right.
So I took a job. I figured it would be nice to basically surprise him being there and being able to be there throughout the day.
Yeah.
And then also, God puts you in different places.
We talked about that. Yes, we did.
So I felt like if I'm going to be there, I can be a light for somebody else. I'm going to put it out there. It's Riverview Nursing Home and Rehab on Jefferson. So we have facilities in Detroit, but this is on Jefferson. So the number one, I reported this facility in 2021 following something that, speculation with my father. Nothing happened from it, whichever, but I wound up coming in and working a little over a year later, and behind the scenes, it was horrible. I mean, from day one.
Yes.
And at first I was, more so naive because I was new. I came in doing my art stuff. I believe in using art as therapy and healing, so I came in, doing my art
feel
stuff.
Better. Right.
And it worked. It did. I really was able to be a light to people. But it's hard still seeing people in different conditions and seeing other people not
getting
doing their
taken
job.
care of what they need to do.
Not getting taken care of.
Yes,
their hands and fingernails aren't getting trimmed. They have fecal matter. I go and massage their hands. You got fecal matter under your nails. Just piss all over yourself. Urinal sitting up where you're supposed to eat. And at first, like I said, I would come in being naive, so-and-so is here. Can somebody come? Because, you're not thinking. And then as you're there, you get to see this is the culture. This is all day, every day. And now they're frustrated that you keep, why do you keep telling me? Because obviously I don't care. So I wound up reporting them to the state. Because I'm not one of those people that's going to dick around.
I really encouraged her to do it because I had to do it.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like this type of stuff is what makes Detroit look bad. And anything could happen to any of us. And I told y'all, Detroit is my canvas. So if anything is out of place, just like you go to Sterling Heights, you go to different facilities elsewhere, the care is different.
It isn't. My husband was in Farmington Hills.
Well,
same.
I know people get away with certain stuff, but I mean, people would come to work like they just slept in their car.
Yeah.
I mean, and either way, the point is not on my watch.
Yeah.
So I tried to go the chain of command that you're supposed to. They don't care. You said the fish stinks from the head.
Yeah. When the fish stinks, it's from the head.
It's from the head.
Right.
And it's an atmosphere of you're not worried about being in trouble. So I reported them to the state. I went to the news. You're going to be hearing more about it, and you're going to keep hearing and seeing from me until its change is made.
I'm very grateful she did it because I had to do it for my husband when he fell out of bed 8 times. And they didn't want to do anything about it. And there was a lot of other problems. Yeah. So it's in a lot of places. My friend in Walled Lake, her mother's in her apartment. People are coming in. Her mother has been abused, bruised. It's horrible.
It's all of that happening there too. I just want to encourage
just be aware of your family.
If you're watching this, if you have family at Riverview, call them. Go up there.
Yeah.
Ask questions. If they're not able to speak, examine. Make sure you're up
Yes.
there, check into it, ask questions, ask the nurses what's going on. Actually put a fire up onto them because they're neglecting and abusing those residents.
And if you feel that there's abuse, you call the state, and they will come and they will investigate.
That's right.
Yes, they did.
And if you're an employee and you fear retaliation, and this isn't just Riverview, but any place that you may work.
That's right.
You make sure that you call.
You call.
You call.
You're doing it for those other people. Just think if your
Exactly.
mother was there.
Exactly.
You know, like Colibri's
Exactly.
father's there.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
You know, it's like my friend, her mother's had around her wrist, she had a GI. It was terrible.
Yeah.
You know, so. But.
I know this turned.
I know,
the whole
sorry guys.
conversation
But you know,
shifted,
this was a
but-
meant to be thing for her to be there.
And like I said, I told you, Detroit is my canvas, and this year I feel like I'm stepping in the lane where I'm actually making changes, not just artistically.
That's
but,
right, but just everything.
Just period.
And I said,
So,
she's just not helping her dad, she's helping everybody else that was there. So that was a really big gift.
Thank you.
It was a really big gift. So
Started the new year with action.
That's
I didn't
right.
make a resolution. I started with action.
I love it.
Started it with change.
That's right. That's right.
All righty. Well,
We got a few more minutes. We're going
That's
till
it.
8:00. He said.
Oh,
I mean
we
9
are?
o'clock. Here we go to 9. He said.
no, not 9. 9. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, here we got a few more minutes. So I want
Okay.
hey, if anybody guys know any art things coming up, please post it on our page. If you guys want to be, and there's our alarm. And if anybody wants to be, was it All Things Detroit?
Yeah. Well, if you want to know about any of the exhibitions happening with us,
Right.
I'm just going to say email Danahan Arts, DANAHAN.
Or even go on
ARTS.
Facebook. Or even go on Facebook and Messenger.
Yes,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Get Down and Dirty Talking Art.
You can message
follow
us.
us. Message us. You know.
And that makers thing, it's going to be coming up. I'm going to
Yeah.
be talking more about that and
Yeah.
sharing. And it's a great opportunity for makers and stuff like that. And there'll be art exhibitions there and stuff like that. We're just putting the preliminaries together. So I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited. I was just really honored when they called me and I'm going, okay. You know.
I love that. I love
You
that you're in museums. I love it. I love it. I love
And
it.
that's like-
And I love, again, still action, like where you're not just curating is a big job, you know, and I don't mean like curating for art shows. I mean the fact that there is an established marketplace and show place, and you're helping to put that together.
It's
and
like it's
develop
helping
it.
that small person to get into that thing. And I met a girl at
You're
at
developing the mix.
Yeah,
You are
yeah,
developing and creating
I'm-
what's happening.
Yeah,
It's-
it was over at,
you know?
I'm always talking. There was a girl at Fairlane that had all these kids' books. And I says, love to have you there. And she, just the way she works with the kids and stuff like it was all for kids. It was so cool. Some of the books she had and stuff like that. It was just a really, that's what I said. It's always about the marketing and about it's helping the other people. That's what it is. It's like just, because, you know, we're all a village. It takes a village to create a village.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Now that we're going into the new year, is there any type of encouragement or anything that you would want to share with somebody?
Oh, God.
Words of wisdom going into this new
Oh,
year.
my
You got a
God.
whole year ahead of you.
I got a whole year. Just don't be scared. Just do it.
All right.
Just do it. Just do it. People get held back by their fear. Just do it. So if you fail, it's okay. You just pick your pants up and just keep going. It's not always going to be perfect, but you just keep going. You just keep plugging. That's always been my thing. No is not in my vocabulary. No. If somebody tells me no, I'll show you that I can do it. So no, just have no not in your vocabulary.
I love it.
You know, just keep pushing it.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
I
well,
love
you
it.
guys, thank you. It feels good to be back.
Yes.
We're here. Thank you, Roger, and thank you, WJZZ. Thank you,
Got so
Colibri.
much happening.
It's
so
just
much.
like, yeah, you know.
I will say this. I've always wanted to see more sophistication. Forgive me, but I've been saying over like this last 2 weeks, I'm tired of stupidity.
Yes.
I'm just tired of stupidity, and we've gotten into a point in society where everybody's dumb.
I know.
You know, nobody uses common sense. This is why I say about technology is like no common sense, no this, no that, no that. And I'm ready for us to I feel like this is the year of excellence.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming together, and
Yes.
we're demanding that you just be excellent.
Yes.
So be excellent.
And whatever you do, whatever you do.
And whatever you do.
That's right. And enjoy. Happy 2023. Be grateful. Be happy. Just just be. Just be. This was so good to be back. I really had fun. We've not really talked. We've been so damn busy.
Yes.
We have not
you guys
really.
are getting really like a first real conversation. We're catching up for real.
I know. I think we've got about 1 minute left or 2 minutes left. But, please like our page. Please comment. Please share. Share if you got something to do with art, or if you got any ideas that you guys.
We get a lot of interaction on the page.
We
It's
do.
a nice, entertaining page.
It is.
So,
It is. So it's like we're always looking for,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So just keep sharing and don't be scared to do your art. Don't be scared to get out there. It might not be the perfect thing, but just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. So,
And dream big.
Yeah.
If you see it, you can do it. That's creative.
That's exactly it. It's dream big. Just no. The answer is no is not in your vocabulary.
That's right.
It's like you can do it. So, thank you everybody. Happy New Year. 2023 WJZZ. We're in a new building. We're excited. We're at Recovery Park. It's a beautiful place. We got a beautiful. There goes my phone on the floor.
And new shows coming up. Look forward to that.
Yeah, and there's gonna be some new shows coming up. So we're excited.